Right guys, so I've had quite a few people message in again, asking where we get certain panels from. So I'm going to give you a quick rundown here. These inner arch repair panels are Clockholm. These are from eBay. These, they fit okay, but you've got to do quite a bit of trimming and stuff. As you can see, that edge is quite bad, so all this needs levelling up before you start to fit it. They do have the swage lines in. I don't know if you can see that very slightly. On a Manta rear quarter, they do have swage lines. That fits in quite a good position. So these are not bad at all, really. They're not very expensive. Again, it's brilliant that people are actually manufacturing these, because without this sort of stuff, these cars would be long dead. So that's great that these are actually being developed. For a minute. Now these panels, these are off Dave Deakin. Dave's kindly had these replicated for us, not for us particularly, but for the Manta community as a whole. Now these panels have not been available up until Dave making these, and I've got to say these are very good panels. They're nice and thick, Zintek plated, they fit really well. Now this panel is the splashback, so that is this section here, which will fit up in there to replace all this nasty stuff here. So that's, again, brilliant them are being made, and as you can see here, this car does need them, as do 90% of Manta restorations are going to need this kind of work. Then we've got these A-post closing panels. Again, brilliant panel, great quality, really good shapes, fits very well. I have used these on another car, on another restoration. Basically these go in that section there, and again, without these it would be an absolute nightmare to try and make that. We have done it in the past, but generally only sort of put sections in, because these wasn't available. And again, as you can see, this car needs that, again, as do 90% of Manta restorations. Again, that's off Dave Deakin. Battery trays, brilliant. These have not been available. We've had to make so many of these in the past, and it is a struggle trying to form and shape something like this. Also comes with a nut there for the battery holder. These are also being made by Dave. These go alongside these splashbacks, and I've had a lot of people ask, or Dave's had a lot of people ask, where these go and what they're for. So basically, these are your panel joiners, and they fit up in this section here, as per the original. That's a bit of a gap filler. Brilliant that them are being made. Again, we've had to make countless amounts of these in the past, and they are an absolute nightmare to try and make with basic tools as we're working with. The Manta Club are making battery tray panels, and they are a full section, so they go right across the front of the scuttle panel. I haven't actually used one of them yet. I have ordered one, and I have received it. I've looked at it. Again, great quality panel, but I've never actually needed to use the whole section. That one I ordered is actually still in the box, and I haven't used it yet. Generally, you'll only tend to use this much of this panel, because they only tend to sort of rot out in this area. Again, good bit of kit. The other A-post closing panels you can see here, I've fitted these on this side of the car. As you can see there, they've gone in really well. This side actually comes with the throttle pedal mount. So again, very handy to have that already preset into your panel. All the original shapes and forms. Floor pans have come from Germany. I've explained on a previous video, these are not very good quality. As you can see there, they're not pressed very well. They actually slice the panels. They put slices in them when they're pressing, just to make them fold a bit easier. So you have got to cut these out and seam weld these up and grind it all back, and it's just a bit of a nightmare. These sections here where the jacking points sit, again, are not particularly great. That's going to take a lot of work to get the jacking point to fit on there nice and flush. There's all sorts of lumps and bumps and stuff in these that are not correct, but again, they're available. It says a lot of fabrication, and it's great that you can actually get them. It's just a shame that they're not pressed out a little bit better to make them fit better. The chassis rails and swan neck covers, which we have here, these come from TJ Motorsport. I will put the links to the suppliers in the description and in the comments. So if you need any of this kind of stuff, you can just click the link and it'll take you straight to that supplier. So we've got TJ Motorsport for these. Inner sections we have to make ourselves. I believe these are available from Germany, which I didn't know. Never used them, don't know what quality they're like. I like to make my own. I know these are absolutely solid, and I know they're going to fit because I build these on the car. So when you're replacing floor sections and stuff like this, you're never ever going to get it completely bang on to the original shape. These are always going to be slightly different. So to be able to build these on the car and actually shape them around your replacement floor pan, to me, it's just a no-brainer. So that's, again, the way I do it and why I do it that way. Also had people ask what's next in line for the channel once this one's done. So we've got a few cars here in the lineup. We've got the Mancona. This is a Manta hatchback with a V8 Rover V8 TVR spec put in that. This is something that was built between my brother and a friend of his many years ago, over 20 years ago. I knew this car when I was a kid, from being about 10 or 12 year old. Always loved it, always wanted to own it. It come up for sale, so I pounced on that and got that bought. So this is going to feature on the YouTube channel at some point as well. This is going to be a pretty good build, an interesting build. We've got its sister over here. Again, this was built by my brother. Well, started off by my brother and finished by myself. This is another Mancona. This is again Manta hatchback with an Ascona front end on, with custom body kit that we've made. This is made out of Mark 1 Astra arches, and we've made the Manta side skirts, GT side skirt suit. This car I put on the road in 2019. Had a lot of engine trouble with it. It was running a C20XE, so I pulled the engine out of that. That's just sat here now, waiting for its time in the queue. This has all been de-locked, de-bumpered. It's actually fitted with a Calibra turbo, tilt and slide electric sunroof. As you can see there, it's all de-bumpered at the back as well. Pretty cool car, got a lot of attention when I had it on the road. So this is one to be done at a later date. Again, that's going to be a very interesting build for the page. We'll go around here. This is one I just recently purchased. Again, I've known this car from being quite young. This was being built by my brother and his friend alongside that one. So this is an i200 replica, fully caged out, really solid shell. This is an early B series, so it's got the thicker steel as well. They didn't tend to rot as much as the later cars like GTEs and so on. Now this is actually fitted with a Sierra Cosworth engine. I've got a 5-stud conversion on this as well. And some nice BBS split rims on it. And I've also got some RX deep dish 5-spoke alloys for this as well. I'm not sure which ones I'm going to use. But again, this is going to be a very interesting build for the page. The engine is mounted, it's in somewhat of a position. This engine was actually fully rebuilt 15-20 years ago. It's never been turned over since. So we're hoping this is all still good as new inside. It has been dry stored all its life. So may have to just have a little look into it, get a bore scope in, make sure everything's good. Obviously try and turn it over by hand first and see where we get with that. There's a few things that obviously we're going to change, stuff like this. We're going to put a big front mount aluminium intercooler on it, a big aluminium radiator, custom exhaust. We're going to get a roller bearing turbo, tweak and mess about with this and get some decent power out of it. I've also got a 4HA axle with a Jag V12 powerlock diff to go into this at some point. This one is my brother's 400 replica. This is going to be featured on the page again. This is actually installed already. You can see under there with the 4HA is already in place on this one. We did that conversion. That was quite a challenge, but we got there in the end. This has got a 400 body kit on it. That was supplied by Martin through the Opel Manta Owners Club website. Really good quality kit, made from genuine Earnshire moulds. Now again, over here, this one is also fitted with a Sierra Cosworth engine. So this is going to be a bit of fun. Should be pretty quick when it's done. This car's actually been on the go for probably over 20 years now. My brother hit a bit of a brick wall with it trying to get this axle done. He was only, working in his garage at home. Didn't really have the correct facilities to get this done. We've since brought this car down to the unit, and we've managed to get past that brick wall of the axle, which just took many, many years to do. That's now done, so this build will progress now pretty quickly. Full build of this will be on the channel. We've also got a couple of other cars in the lineup that are not actually in this unit, they're stored elsewhere. So there's lots of interesting stuff to come along on the channel. If you're interested in this kind of stuff, I suggest you subscribe. It's completely free. Get yourselves over there, get yourselves on the channel, have a watch through the videos that are currently on there, and keep watching for the next builds and updates. Again, we've got the steering wheel giveaway. This nice little motor litre steering wheel there. This is going to be given away completely free. We're going to upload a giveaway video on the YouTube channel tomorrow. It's as simple as liking the post, sharing the post, and then making sure you comment with shared. Whatever number comment you are, i.e. if you're the first comment, you will be allocated number 1. If you're the 10th comment, you'll be allocated number 10. We'll then count up the comments. If there's 100 comments, we'll then put it into a Google random number generator from 1 to 100. Whatever number that throws at us, we'll then win this steering wheel, and that'll be posted out to you completely free of charge. That'll look great in any retro Opel, particularly a 400 replica, or even just hang it on your wall. Fantastic wall art, really nice rare steering wheel that. So there we have it, a little bit of a tour of the workshop, what's currently ongoing, what's coming. Now, I am undecided with this car. Once this is done, this is a genuine i200, Steve Thompson i200, obviously all the Rothmans decals on it. Once this car's restored, it is going to go up for sale. Now, I may be tempted to put this on for a raffle on the YouTube channel. It'll be a set amount of tickets, set price per ticket. And obviously, again, it'll be done on a live draw, random number generator. This is something we're considering with this car. If you would like that to happen, if you could comment and let us know, just so we can get a count of numbers. If the numbers stack up and there's enough people interested in buying a ticket on this car, then we will put this to raffle. If not, it'll just be listed or go to auction once it's done, and obviously put up for a fixed price. But this will be a really nice car when it's done. Obviously, you can see it's getting some in-depth work here. There won't be anything wrong with this car when it's done, and it will hopefully last for many years to come. So that's it. I'll see you on the next one. See you later.